Welcome, Sagittarius, to your numerology reading for May. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. First message coming out is patience. The Spirit is talking about having some patience. If you're seeing a lot of twos, this is why. They really want you to understand having patience brings in balance, and balance is a very good thing. It also balances your chakras. Bringing in better opportunities for you in the long run and making your life just so much better, right? Memories of Atlantis, the spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Yes, talked about that patience, bringing in that progress, excuse me. So very interesting. And this is like a door that's opening, right? This is the memories of Atlantis. This is talking about those doors opening for you. With recognition and reward. This way you can be rewarded for the things. Just be patient for the rewards to really come through for you. And this is bringing in that 3, which is talking about that harmony and that joy that you're going to actually start feeling also as you're having patience, because you're not going to feel like you have worry. A lot of times being impatient brings worry in. Why? Because I'm worried that it's not going this way. I'm worried that I'm not getting it done fast. This needs to be done this way, that way, right? So it brings in a lot of unnecessary feelings and sometimes responses as well with the solitude. So just be patient and give yourself a little solitude, and refine your energy. By bringing in the solitude, you can actually bring in the patience, because it's going to calm you down to be able to settle down the mind, the emotions, right? Really opening up the heart chakra to where you can get the manifestations open to what you really need. Mental repetition, making sure that you're telling yourself good things instead of worrisome things like, this is never going to happen. This isn't good for me. Make sure that the mental repetition of what you're doing is on a good patient balance, and also telling yourself good things. Okay. So very nice. 2 cards coming out for you. And that is 2 and 8. Bringing in 10, which will bring in that rewards and that fresh new start and this fresh new balanced feeling within yourself. So you can really feel like the day can go the way you want it to go and start really feeling fresh and renewed as well. And really getting your manifestations in with the 8 over here. Balancing yourself out for what you really want. Really being able to make the leap of faith and the choices that are needed. When you have mental repetition for the progress of the things that you're really desiring over here, whether you're looking for this reward from a partner or the recognition from a partner, or a job, or just having your manifestations coming through, whatever it is that you're doing, this will allow you, once you get settled and be more patient, to really feel like you're going to reach new leaps and boundaries for yourself. And the boundaries are knowing that the mental repetition that you're giving yourself is not impatience, and it's not things that lower your value to yourself. When we talk down about ourselves or say things like, I can't have this, or I'm not going to be able to do that, it closes off your solar plexus. And also then starts closing down your sacral chakra for the desires that you really want. Why? Because you're not being good to yourself. Let's put it that way. It's a type of no self-love in its own way. Why? Because we're creatures that are allowed to create and to have things. And therefore you're telling yourself you cannot create, you cannot have, I do not believe I will get a reward. And it's, and even if you don't get exactly what you want, you're still pushing the boundaries for other things that you might need. Okay. Really giving yourself better chances, way better positivities, and way more things that are going to bring you happiness and abundance. Okay, getting rid of any negativity within yourself and not having the patience and really trying to be impatient about the situation is very toxic to yourself, because it's not allowing yourself to free your mind And it's not allowing to be patient enough to wait for the chariot to come through, to wait for things to manifest. Everything has to be built. I always think of when we manifest things, especially things that we might want or however it is, it always reminds me of like a big kind of spider web. The spider web is saying it's already webbed, but now you asked for something, so I either have to tear this piece out, but you put this piece in, so that way they can go together. It takes time to add that piece to the spider web. It doesn't just happen overnight, because I have to now tear this piece out, this piece off, so that I can put this piece here to go off of this piece. Do you see what I'm saying? So I have to like redirect strings, right, to the spider web. And that's time consuming, right? And if it's too much of a change, you literally might have to destroy half the spider web to one string, saying this is coming off of this one string, but now I have to get rid of all these other little things to put this new thing in place, which is time consuming. You can only imagine little Charlotte over there, working her magic. It's just the way my creative mind works, so that I have a better understanding of what time really could be, that it's not just something that just clicks. Now, by the time it gets to you, if it's really fast, it feels like magic. But in my head, it always makes me think, okay, well, we have to tear down this to put this piece in, right? And that's kind of like what life is, though, right? We have to, because they're putting in a new path. So it has to be a new path to a path, but it has to be, but it has to be coming from somewhere. It doesn't just magically appear. And I always make myself feel that way so I can keep the patience, because I'm a very impatient person, okay? So I have to also watch myself. So over here on the Memories of Atlantis, this is saying that there is something progressing that is taking place, and the chariot is coming through. I just need you to have better mental repetition about how you're saying things as you're moving up this ladder, because there is success. There is success coming in. It's going to take a while. Remember, we just had an eclipse, okay? And a lot of people think, okay, well, the eclipse is over, so I didn't get shit. It's over. I got nothing. I got nothing out of it. No. What did I just say about weaving things together? Okay. So don't think that the eclipse, is only just going to affect you for that day or for the week before or the week after. No. It has an effect. It has an effect on people for weeks, sometimes even months. Because remember, you could have been manifesting during the eclipse on the moon. Some people are moon manifestors, right? Most people say it's not supposed to be that, it's supposed to be a new moon. But I always manifest on a full moon. I have my own reasons. And a lot of people do. Okay? So if you're manifesting on that moon, on that full moon, it's not going to happen tomorrow, right? So if you were manifesting on the eclipse, on the full moon, and you're what I call full moon manifester, it could take weeks or months for this to come together. And if you already had some rewards that were coming in, and then some people can say, I already got some of those rewards there. Or you can slightly see the rewards starting to come together. It depends on the person, right? So everything's a little bit different. It depends on what you're asking for. How big is it? How little is it? Is it a real reward like angel points, karmic points coming back? That's different than manifesting. Manifesting something you want. Karmic rewards are like, oh, because you need this. I'm going to give this to you because you were so awesome and you fed the homeless. So now I'm going to give you something. You know what I'm saying? So those are different types of rewards. So, but just remember, it doesn't take just days or a week after or a week before. It can take months. You might not even see some of this stuff come in until July. And then you'd be like, whoa, I don't even know where that came from. It came from, probably that lunar eclipse. I'm not going to say 100, but I'm just saying it could. Okay, but it's saying you're moving up this ladder. And in fact, the communication in what you're seeing, not only the communication with yourself, because this card shows 3 different aspects. You're moving up the ladder. You're taking steps up the ladder to get your manifestations for the progress. And you're making great progress towards your recognition rewards. I just need you to have better mental repetition. Okay. And it's also, it's showing all these beautiful things, and it's showing better communication also between you and another person. So if you've just been like, hey, you know what, I've been wanting this communication with this person, here it comes. But no matter what, this Eight of Wands, you guys are seeing eights. It's the manifestation of the law and attraction of what's going on, is bringing up all these Seven of Cups. It's opening up all these new opportunities that are just like kind of on the horizon, just kind of waiting for you. And if you feel like you've already gotten one of the Seven of Cups, just wait for the next ones. Be patient. Wait for the next one. Right? Because you'll be able to make more choices, more decisions about the situation. And also when you're in a solitude mood, you'll be able to balance out what you need to do to make it to the next place, right? To really wait for this. There's going to be a lot, oh my God, you got a Judgment card. So not only is the mental repetition everything you're doing and making yourself patient, bringing in the best judgment call that you can make, you're also, here's that news, I said some kind of communication. This will bring in some kind of communication and great news for you as your prayers are being answered for you to also make new leaps and new bounds for yourself. So a lot going on over here. It's going to have a lot of personal rewards. Okay. So don't worry about the toxicity, because look, the promise is already coming in. The promise has already been heard. The prayer has been heard. The prayer is getting ready to be answered. The Ace of Pentacles is saying, I heard it. I'm bringing it in. Just be patient. It's all good. I got you. I just need you to stay calm, relax. Look, whatever's coming in for you, it doesn't really matter if you're patient or not, guys. It's coming, because it just said that. But the point of this thing is that you're driving yourself crazy. That's what I see for some of you. Driving yourself crazy because you're putting it on a time limit. So Spirit says, I just want you to stay calm and cool. Right? And then this also, you will learn when you're calm and cool, it'll also feel like things are coming a little faster. See, because when you're impatient, you're putting yourself on this time limit, and it makes time feel like it's even slower than it is. Because I wake up then, is it here? No, it's not here. And then that could actually bring in lower vibrations of, I guess I'm never going to get it. Now here comes that mental repetition of, I'm never going to get this. It's never going to come. And for some of you, you might even be slowing the chariot down by doing so. I just want you to know that. Literally. It doesn't mean it's not coming. It just means now it's going slower because your vibration is lowering. So it's like, first it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like, woo, because you're giving it lower vibration. But you want to keep yourself healthy, and it's healthier for you anyways, right? It's good for you. It's better for you to be more self-confident and be more trusting within the universe that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And your chances of getting things, when you have this kind of trust and understanding and higher vibrations of speaking, because when you speak it and think it, it goes to the universe. Remember, speaking is louder than your mind, of course, because it's louder vibration. But even when you're thinking it, it's still getting to the universe. It's just not as loud. The vibration is nowhere. I mean, you could, they've actually done tests about this stuff. I've seen it. Brain waves versus, what's coming out of your mouth, of course. But you want the highest vibration coming out. You see what I'm saying? And so that way you're saying, and I got this. It's going to happen whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep working on it. And, I always tell people too, it always depends too on what you're asking for. I have so many people say, well, I've asked to win the lottery. Well, you know what? Maybe the Lord doesn't want you to have the lottery. Because maybe he doesn't want you to mess your family up. Maybe he doesn't want you to turn into an asshole. I have a friend, he thinks that if he wins the lottery, he won't be an asshole. And I'm like, dude, you're already half an asshole. How the hell do you think that you're not going to be more of an asshole? Come on, guys. You know what I mean? we have to think serious about that. We're humans, right? Sometimes the lottery ruins people's lives. They think they're going to do something great for their family, and the next thing you know, they're divorced. Now, how did that work? Because now all of a sudden he or she thinks that they're so awesome because they're out full of money, and I'm better than everybody else. We've seen people do this when they win the lottery. And a lot of people think, well, that's not going to happen to me. And I've been that person too. And then sometimes I think back and think, would it happen to me? God, I would hope not. And I don't think it would actually happen to a lot of people. But then you have to look at your spouse, right? Let's see. And I'm not saying that everybody would be that way, but I'm just saying there could be certain reasons, why they don't want you to have such things. Maybe it's not a part of your chart. Maybe they just don't want it a part of your chart. Maybe it's just not a part of your life chart at all, right? Like maybe you even wrote a life chart that said, I do not want my human to win the lottery, right? Because I want her to learn or him to learn from this aspect, because maybe they were already rich in the last life. Maybe you were already a king, you were already a queen, you already won the lottery. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you were already, a Donald Trump. Who knows? But there's a lot of reasons why things happen, right, that we can't understand. But we need to keep our mental repetitions for this life, for the things that we, know that we can have, or even things that we don't think we can have, because maybe they don't want you to win the lottery, but maybe they want you to have something better, right? Who knows? Who knows what it is? I never question too much on the divine of those certain things, because I know that they do what they need to do for whatever reason, right? Because we're veiled from the real truths of what's really going on, right? So if we knew everything, then our souls wouldn't learn anything. Our soul's here to evolve and learn. So we're not going to learn a whole lot. Just like if we learned everything from our past, if we knew everything we did in our past life, we would learn nothing, because we'd be way too smart. Then we would never have other experiences. So this human life wouldn't be able to learn the things that we need to learn. Okay, so. Ooh, I love this one. These are always my favorite law and attraction ones, because I think they really are good learning ones. And I think that they also help with everybody to have a better understanding. So this is, I can tell stories of shortage and experience abundance. So I can't tell stories, right? It's the same thing as this mental repetition I just was talking about. Wow, they're really corresponding. Okay, so I can't tell stories of how poor I am and then expect to have abundance. So I think I used this one in one of the readings earlier. I think it was Gemini or Scorpio, I'm not sure. But pretty much the way I use this one for the example is I can't tell people no one loves me and then expect true love to come in. Because number one, you know for a fact that you do have people who love you. You have family, friends, the divine, your higher self, yourself, right? Your dog. Right? So, but you can't expect that, right? And you definitely can't expect to sit over here and be like, I'm poor, but one day I'm going to win the lottery. And maybe that's another reason people don't win the lottery. Who knows? I'm not really sure on that one. Continuing to tell stories of shortage only continues to contradict, that's it, your desire for abundance. So it's contradicting your sacral chakra. Okay? I'm up on the wall just in case you guys don't know where I went. I'm up here. But yeah, your sacral chakra is the desires of the things that you really want, and then you put in your intention for the things you really want with the solar plexus, bringing up the inner strength and the courage to open up the heart chakra, because the heart chakra then says, boom, and you can't get anything without manifestation from the heart chakra, because this is the middle piece. This is the real puzzle to manifestation and everything in life. I mean, think of it this way. If your heart stops in your body, you die. You can live without a brain, but you can't live without a heart. You will die. So this is the life and death of your energy, right? So you can think of it the same exact way. So you can't manifest or do anything without your heart chakra being open and really spinning, right? Chakra means wheels, so they have to spin, right? They have to spin naturally, beautifully. When you open up the compassion and understanding, and have the patience as well, because look at the orange over here. You see the orange? The orange is saying, we're talking about the sacral chakra, right? This is the patience for the things that you desire, the things that you love and desire from an emotional point of view of, or emotional part of your body, excuse me. Not point of view, but definitely the emotions of your body. Because all your desires and everything are built on emotions. Emotions are the biggest part of the human body. So, when you get here, then you can say, I have abundance. But how are you going to open this up and get what you want if you keep telling yourself you're no good? I'm poor. Okay, you're poor. I don't care. Then be poor. Because that's pretty much, if you see your energy as being kind of human in its own way. I have a very creative mind, so. But if you see it as kind of, its own human over here, its own little being, it's going to tell you, I don't care then. Be poor. I don't care. Good for you. Right? So, I do these things too, guys, because I teach children, right? I have to teach my children this stuff too, so I always see it from a child's point of view. But, however, so you can't have it both ways. You can't sit over here and be like, I'm so poor. Oh my God, I won the lottery. No, it's not going to work. I'm never getting a job. All jobs, they hate me. Guess what? You ain't finding a job. And more than likely, you're going to go into a job interview not having a very good vibration, because this whole time you've been in kind of a double energy and you've been impatient, and you're thinking to yourself, they don't really want to hire me anyways because they all hate me. Guess what? You ain't getting the job. And if you did, I'm going to tell you right now, boy, that's a freaking miracle. Okay, maybe that was like, I'm going to give you this miracle, but I want you to think about what the heck you're doing in life. You know what I mean? I don't know. It could be that would be definitely a miracle. Miracles do happen. Woo. You cannot focus upon the unwanted and receive the wanted. That's really all this is. So you need to focus upon the stories of what your story is. How do you want to tell your story, you guys? Do you really want to run around and tell everybody how poor you are? Because it's kind of like a self-doubt and self-destructive, self-sabotage from a soul point of view. Right? And we've all seen these people. They're lower vibration. Right? Pity poor me. Everybody hates me, going to the garden to eat worms. You've seen this. But what you don't realize is that you might be thinking that way, not expressing it to the world, but even thinking it, right? There we go again. So you want to make sure that you have good thoughts based on the attraction of the things that you really want, right? So that way you can get the health, comfort, and stuff that you need. Teenagers are really bad about this. I'm dealing with this kind of issue with my son right now, right? Because they get into a lower vibrate and they're harder to, you know what I mean? Once they get down, it's harder to kind of pick them up. So teenagers, the hormones and all that, it's a little rougher too. So you're trying to get them to be positive about a situation. And that could be a whole situation on this too. Remember, this could be you trying to help someone else who's in this, and you're going to say, you know what, I can't wait to get to this person and tell them, I want you to stop talking negative. I'm sick of hearing about how poor you are. I want to hear about how rich you're going to be. I'm sick and tired of hearing how sick you are. I want to hear about how good you're feeling. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? And we all know those people. So I love these readings because you can always bring them to your own table and help others. And a lot of times these readings too are not always meant just for you. You might have been saying, I really want to help this person. I don't know how. Wow, this reading came up and I do see these twos, and now I understand because I didn't feel like it was for me. No, it's for them. So always remember that as well. We're here on this planet to help others, and a lot of times these numbers also can help other people as well. They're saying, you want to help? Here's some numbers to help. Well, I don't know what to do with those. Come watch these videos. Maybe they will help you. Maybe they won't, right? Okay, my friends, until next time. Peace and love. God bless. Bye-bye.